What's up, guys? My name is Joseph Rakic. I'm an online trainer, a business coach, business mentor, and I own a software company where I help other online trainers grow and scale their business. In this video, I'm going to give you my full explanation of my full life journey from A to Z, day one up until now, and invite you guys into my life just so you know a little bit more about me. Starting off at school, I never did too well. I actually did pretty terrible, and I failed school and I dropped out early. Not knowing what I wanted to do in life, I went and I worked for my dad. At the time, he owned a food distributing business, so I was working for him in negative 18 degrees freezers all day. It was pretty much the worst 9 to 5 you could ever imagine. It was not fun. But I had to do that because I left school and I didn't have anything else. Now, at school, I was always into my sports. I love PE, I love soccer, I love skateboarding. I was really into my cross country, but lifting weights was something I didn't enjoy. It was never my thing. So, funnily enough, when I was at school and we did have PE, and we had the weights room on that day, I always purposely forgot my gym clothes on that specific day just because I was a skinny kid in class and I wasn't any good at lifting weights. Strangely enough, during the time that I was at school, my mum, she won a free gym trial. She didn't want that, so she gave it to me. I went along to the gym and I almost treated it like a hangout spot because my mates from school were at the gym. So I wasn't really at the gym training, it was just more of like a social environment for us after school and a place to hang out. Now, even though I was mucking around at the gym and I wasn't taking anything seriously, because I was a complete beginner and because I was a teenager at the time, even though I was mucking around in the gym, I actually started to notice my physique somewhat change. Once I noticed my physique somewhat change and I saw that, I was gaining some muscle, then I got interested in the gym and I could see the reward from, even though I was mucking around in the gym, I could see a slight reward from that. So that is when I decided to start taking weightlifting a little bit more seriously. I started Googling what workouts to do, what type of diet to follow, and I started implementing this to myself. So during this process, something that I guess started off for me as something that I was interested in, it then turned into a little bit of a hobby because I started to see my physique change. Over time, I started to get a little bit more committed. I started to go to the gym a little bit more often, and then I went through a somewhat decent transformation. I started putting these pictures up online on bodybuilding forums. There wasn't really Facebook or Instagram or anything like that around at the time. So I was just posting my pictures on bodybuilding forums and people were saying, wow, amazing transformation. What was your training like? What was your diet like? And so I was helping them. Now, this was all around the time that I was working for my dad in a negative 18 degrees freezer that I absolutely hated. So the gym was my passion and it was pretty much all that I lived for at this point in time. I went to work and then I just couldn't wait to get home so I could go to the gym. Now, over months and over years, as I stayed consistent with my training, I then went through an even better transformation and I continued posting this stuff up online on these bodybuilding forums. All of these people were just asking for my advice and asking for help and wanting to see my workouts. So I started helping them. And it got to a point where there were so many people asking me for advice that I thought, maybe I could build a business around this. So that was just a seed in my head that I never really took action on. But I knew that my passion was now fitness. I now loved the gym. I now breathed the gym. So I decided to become a personal trainer. That is when I went and got my qualifications to be a certified personal trainer. And I left working for my dad and I went into the gym, started working in a gym, training clients one-on-one. During this time, I was still doing, my stuff online, posting up pictures. Social media platforms came around like Facebook and Instagram, so I started posting my pictures up there as well. And while I was working at the gym as a personal trainer, I then started a website where I started selling meal plans and workout programs. So I was working in the gym as a personal trainer, training people one-on-one, doing some group classes here and there, and also online. As time went by and years went past, the online stuff started to get busier and busier. And it got so busy to the point where so many people were asking me for advice that I ended up working less and less days at the gym and putting more of my energy and time into the online training side of the business. I then it was a week that I made $7,000 in a week. And the first time I did that, it was like almost a deciding moment for me that I'm going to stop being a personal trainer in the gym and focus 100% on being a personal trainer online. When I did this, there was no one else online doing online personal training. I'm not saying I was the first, there could have been someone, but I was not aware of anyone else doing this. So I went all in to be an online personal trainer, and I understood that the more people I'm exposed to and the more people I am in front of, the more potential there is for me to get more clients, the more chance for me to help more people, and the more chance for me to earn more money. So I understood this pretty early on, and I knew that I had to build an audience on social media. So I started posting workouts on Facebook, started posting pictures up on Instagram. Later on, video came to Instagram and I started posting videos there as well. Other platforms came along. I was on YouTube, I was on Snapchat, and as these other platforms came into play, I got on them right away and started putting my content there because I knew in order for me to be more successful and to help more people, I had to get more exposure. So I understood this pretty early on, and content creation became something that I understood very well. I knew what was good, I knew what worked, and I knew what people wanted. So I started doing this, and I went all in to be an online personal trainer. One of the issues that I faced at this time was it was hard for me to be able to handle the workload because I was getting so many people sign up to me, and I was creating these meal plans and these workout programs manually by hand. I was working out how much calories they need, how much protein, carbs, fats, and total calories for that specific person. And I was then creating a meal plan based on what foods they liked and creating a workout program based on their goals. This is very time consuming, especially when you have lots of clients and especially when all those clients email you every day asking questions. So, I had a best mate, it's still my best mate, his name's Brett, and he was going to go and be a cop, a police officer. And I asked him, hey, can you come and work for me? And he made the decision to not go and, follow his career being a policeman and come and work for me as a customer support person. So he was the first staff that I had in my business, and he was helping me out with my client emails. So when someone emailed me in and they wanted to change something in their meal plan, it was Brett that would reply back to them. So he then took over that part of the business, which allowed me to focus more on creating content and getting more clients in the door. So it was a very good system that we had. But I still knew that I couldn't scale it much more because there's only a certain amount of hours in a day and you're capped. So that is when me and Brett knew that we had to create some software in order to automate this entire thing, yet still keep it 100% personalized. So we looked around, we did a lot of Google searches, and we found a web company that, builds websites and develops apps. Myself and Brett, two young kids wearing hoodies and hats, went to this company and we told them that we want to create some software that can create meal plans and workout programs automatically based on certain requirements and certain settings that are set based on the information that a potential client provides. So they told us that they can help us develop this, and they quoted us a price. We paid it, and then they started getting to work. During this process, we realized how much problems we faced during the building of this software and how many things that we just never even thought of would come up and be a problem or a roadblock. But because myself and Brett were so passionate about what we did, we found a way around all of these obstacles regardless. Now, many years later, we finally had the software created. I finally had my very own app, which is the JRF app, where I have my meal plans, my workout programs. People from anywhere in the world can sign up to my program, follow the meal plans and workout programs inside my app. All of these meal plans, all of these workout programs are 100% personalized to that client based on certain rules and what they have provided in regards to the information asked. And that meal plan and that workout program is delivered to that client without any manual work from myself. So this was the game changer in my business, and it fully allowed me to automate the entire thing so I could remove myself from working in the business and then focus on working on the business, growing and expanding it a lot more. Now, The two guys at the web company, John Franich and Ken Brickley, they were the guys who helped us run this project and build this software, which was my app. They were pretty blown away with how much money we were making selling meal plans and workout programs online, and they couldn't believe that we were telling people what to eat and people were paying us for this. They were so blown away that John actually left that company and he came and he worked for me in my business and he became my manager. He turned my business into an actual business. It wasn't just selling meal plans and workout programs online anymore. He came and he gave it structure. So he was the backbone, and he kind of gave me the foundation that I needed to really get to the next level. So John is now my manager in my fitness company, and we're starting to build out the team. We realized we need a videographer, so we hired one of them to follow me around and film all my stuff. We realized we need a customer support team, so we started building that out underneath Brett, and then we decided we need a very good marketing guru. That marketing guru was Ken Brickley from the web company Design, who originally helped me build my software. So he then left that web company and he came and he worked for me as well as my marketing manager. From there, we really scaled the business and we were doing some phenomenal numbers. I was pretty much one of the only online trainers at the time. So when anyone wanted to get in shape, anyone wanted a meal plan or a workout program, I was pretty much one of the only people around that people could come to. Now, online, you see everyone that's been to a gym once is an online trainer. However, JRF, we grew it tremendously, and the only issue that we had is we saw so many other people doing what I did, offering meal plans, offering workout programs, and they were online trainers. But we looked at all them, and we were light years ahead of them in what we offered. We were better in every single way. We had a professional app. All of these other trainers were basically just sending a PDF or an email with a Google Sheet with their meal plan and workout program. So we were light years ahead of them. That is when myself and John and Ken came up with the idea to start a new company and essentially rebrand my software as another company and then white label that to other trainers to help these trainers do essentially what I do. So we went and we created this, we started another company with the software we had created for my fitness app, and we called this company MacroActive. So now essentially what MacroActive does is we white label that software and we build websites and we build apps for other online trainers in the space doing what I do. We help them grow, we help them scale, and then we take a revenue cut. Now, this wasn't an easy process. It was a nightmare in many ways, and anyone that knows anything about software, you realize how much problems you face and how much issues that you wouldn't even think of at face value until you're actually faced with the problem. For example, one problem off the top of my head, someone gets a meal plan, the software works out how much protein, carbs, fats, and total calories they need, and it then gives them the meal plan. But then they would receive a meal plan and breakfast would be like steak and potatoes. Not that that's wrong, it's just not ideal. You wouldn't really want to be having steak and potatoes for breakfast. So we had to set a rule that steak and potatoes can never appear in meal 1. It can only appear in meal 3, 4, or 5. So there's just so many rules like that that you don't even think of that end up becoming a problem that you have to fix. So many years, we've been constantly updating, constantly bug fixing, and constantly improving the software that we do have. Millions of dollars have been put into creating the software, and now the final product is MacroActive. So to date, we have had over 700 trainers, just like myself, join the MacroActive platform. We have over 700,000 end users, which is the clients under the trainers, and we've done more than 100 million in revenue from all of the trainers on our platform. So as you can see, there is definitely a lot of money in the online training space. And then we take a percentage cut from all these trainers because we help them automate their business, we help them grow their business, we help them scale their business. Our trainers that are doing very well organically, we help them do their marketing, we help them run their paid ads, and we also help them with their customer support. So if a trainer is getting 200 emails a day, it is the MacroActive customer support team replying back to these clients as someone from their team, handling that all for them. So that trainer, that online trainer, now no longer has to work in their business, and they can work 100% on their business, growing and expanding it and creating content, which is what the trainers are best for. So that is MacroActive. And now the third business that I've started is essentially a business coaching and business mentorship business, where I teach people how to make money online in the online space from everything I've learned over the last 10, 12, 15 years. So it is myself and another friend of mine called Akari who have started this business. Now, Akari actually used to work for my fitness company, Joseph Rakic Fitness. He was one of the marketing guys there. This guy is extremely good at what he does, and when I put out the job application for a new marketing person at JRF, I think we got 3,800 people submit the application that they wanted a job for me, and he's the one that got it. So he's definitely very good at what he does, very good at online, very good at selling stuff online, marketing online. So myself and Akari now started that other business, which is called the Wealth Network, and Akari no longer works for me at my fitness company. So now you're probably wondering, what is the Wealth Network and what do I do there? Essentially, in a nutshell, the Wealth Network is me teaching people how to start, how to grow, and how to scale an online business in any industry and in any niche. So this is for complete beginners. If you don't even have an online business, you just have a current 9-to-5, but you want to break into the online space, we help you there as well. And this is also for people that have a current business. Maybe you're doing 50K months, maybe you're doing 100K months, and you want to increase it from there, we help you as well. So we work with anyone and everyone, from complete beginners to the people doing 6 and 7 figures. Depending on who you are, will depend on what we help you with and how we help you start, grow, and scale. Inside of the Wealth Network, we have many different things. We have an entire blueprint course, which is everything I know over the last 10, 12, 15 years about making money online. We have an entire network community that is locked, which is within our Telegram. We've got many different subcategories. We've got sales, email marketing, copywriting, trading, you name it, social media. So if anyone in our network has a specific question on something, they can drop a question in one of these sub channels, and that'll be answered by either myself or Akari or someone in our community. Like, let's say, for example, you need a videographer or a video editor. You would drop something in the social media channel, and then someone will give you their contact. So that is the reason why I wanted to build a network, because I believe a lot of the success that happens in life is not what you know, it's who you know. So that is why I wanted the network aspect in my Wealth Network rather than just a course from A to Z, even though I do have both. Aside from that community, we have weekly group coaching calls with myself. We can ask me any questions you want. Akari's on those calls as well. We have many done for you items. For example, someone selling a high ticket service. We have a complete DM outreach script. We have a 7-figure email funnel that I've used that has done me 7 figures. You literally have that exact funnel, just change your name of your company and reword it slightly. We've got plug and play Facebook ads. We've got marketing playbook. We've got a whole bunch of stuff all done for you. It's just literally me giving you the tools that have made me millions of dollars online, and now you can use and you can plug into your new business or your current business and 10x it. And then it's the community aspect that we have with that Wealth Network that is where the true power comes from. So that is the current business, and my goal there is to help create many online millionaires around the world from all the different ways to make money online. Now, the majority of what I do teach in the Wealth Network is high ticket sales and online coaching. And that is essentially a blanket overview of my life's journey from A to Z right up until now. So I hope that invited you into my life a little bit more, gave you a little bit more insight to what I've done and what I now do. And for anyone watching this video, if you need help with fitness, getting in shape, building muscle, losing body fat, I can help you there. If you need help starting an online business, growing and scaling it in any industry, in any niche, I can help you there as well. So for more information, make sure you check the link that is down in the description down below. Click that link, take a read of everything there. And if you do see me to be the person that you want to work with to help you transition out of your 9 to 5, I would love to help you achieve exactly that.